Hey, my name is bruen, and I'm just going to give you a flavour of some of the tools and supports that are available through the ndlr for staff of Irish colleges. So this is the ndlr portal, and this is the gateway for staff to come in and find and share resources, talk to their colleagues, see examples of the different types of resources that are out there. And basically, it's just a one-stop shop for staff who want to use e-learning in their teaching and learning. In this area here, it brings them straight to the repository where they can browse and search for resources they might want to use in their teaching, or indeed they can actually also upload their resources to share with their staff, their colleagues. They can go in and have a look at different examples of projects that are already out there, examples of e-learning in practice, so they can see how some of their colleagues are using teaching and learning resources. If they want to find out more about how these resources were used, they can go into the local homepages of the communities. These are communities of practice for each subject discipline. So they can go in and join discussion groups and talk to other staff members about how they're using e-learning, get tips about using them in the classroom with real live students, and actually look at different initiatives that are coming up, whether in teaching and learning or research-led teaching. And this area here is a general support area for the ndlr project, where we give information about training programs that we're running, different consultancy and support in the development of e-learning resources, and also let people know about different events that are taking place around the country. It's really just to build the community. So looking first at the ndlr repository and seeing how people are using it to find and share resources. If I go into the repository, I can either browse and look for a resource according to an author, a title or a date, or even a subject area. And even if you see, I can scroll down here to see the type of subject disciplines. So if I scroll down here, I should be able to see a subject area that I might be interested in. For example, if I was a lecturer in computer science and I'm looking for resources that I can use for the first year programming classes, if I click on the computer science area and then click on the subject area here again, I can see a list of different resources that are available to me. I can see there's actually 260 resources that I could look for here and the authors of them. And if I wanted to at this stage, I could actually narrow this down. But this is a resource here that I think I might use. It's just it's a Java exercise on different arrays that I might be able to use in my teaching. And as you can see here, it's not the whole courses that we're sharing. It's actually just the elements of resources that you need in a teaching program. So once I click on this link here, I can actually open the resource, or I can save it to my own desktop and then I can use it in my own teaching. So I'm just going to I'm going to open it here and have a look and see what it's like. So if I click on here, and it's a Word document, and it's a simple Word document, just giving me a few Java exercises. So it's just a useful resource that I can use when I'm preparing my lectures. And then if I'm actually quite happy with this resource, I can actually click on this to recommend this item and let my other colleagues know that this is a resource that could be useful to them. And if I go back, then I can see there's a lot of other different resources. So I might decide to use a different resource. This is a resource, this is a movie that walks you through how to carry out a sample test in SPSS. So say, for example, if I had an SPSS class that I wanted to teach, this could be a quick little resource that I could put in and save myself a lot of trouble. So I'm going to open it again and have a look and see what's here.
The one sample t-test gives one sample statistics, which gives you your mean value, your standard deviation, your standard error. It also gives you computation of the one sample test statistic. In this particular case, it shows you that for a two-test.
So it just gives you an example there of the type of resource it is. So if I like that resource, I can click on it and save it to my desktop. So I just click on the save file, click OK, and it will save it into my computer. Just two other examples of resources that have been created as well. This is a resource that has been created by the Veterinary and Bioenvironmental Sciences Community of Practice. This is a collection of lecturers and staff who work in the areas of veterinary science, veterinary nursing, agribusiness, agricultural sciences, and bioenvironmental sciences. So it's a resource that's used across lots and lots of different subject areas. If I look here at this little tutorial, it's a tutorial for first years. And I can click on this little resource and watch it play.
Now, as regards how the spinal nerves run in the body wall, let's deal here with a model of a human.
So just to give you an idea, this is a resource that was developed by a collection of different lecturers together, but it means that they're actually going to get to use it with lots and lots of different students across different colleges and across different subject disciplines as well. So those disciplines would be medicine, dental science, and anatomy. Another community that have had a lot of success as well are the modern languages community. And they come together and they actually share different resources that might be useful to them. They have a lot of different online meeting rooms where they discuss the type of resources and how they're being used. A lot of the time they use podcasts and they use videos that students can use to actually practice their language skills. And they also then share information about different events coming up, whether it's French or Irish language or German or Italian, or the different activities that are taking place across all the language centres in Ireland. So it's a kind of a one-stop shop that you can find out information about language teaching initiatives that are going on across the country. Another community that I'm going to show you just very, very quickly is the Mechanical Engineering Community of Practice. And this is a community that come together, they meet once a year at an international conference, and they post all the proceedings of that conference into the repository. So they're looking at different research issues, but they're also looking at a lot of the teaching and learning issues as well to do with teaching engineering. And they have a selection here of just a few learning resources that they've recommended for use in Irish colleges.